Yo, what's up, guys? Episode something or other 32 TGW. What's good?
Yeah. Okay, so we're on episode 32, and as always, I'm like slow to the party. I have my speakers on, and then I'm like, I forget that I need to put a headphone on. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, personal news. We'll just jump straight into the deep end. Joker, you can hit us off with personal news. And
Personally, I'm just happy to be personal about this personal setup that I got going on right here. I'm sure people have been following the channel. Now I got the setup all done the way I wanted. Basically the dream. I think even after I move, I'm probably going to set it up
so you got
almost.
setup finished.
Yeah, and I think after I move, I'll probably get it set up almost identical to the way I have it now. Probably. It's pretty legit. I might just add more desks.
Yeah, I was saying that. Hey, it looks really good. So, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, you just went ham on that thing, and now it looks awesome. So you got a really good setup going on now.
Yeah, I'd been wanting to do it for ages. I just was just like waiting for things to line up, and finally, it's just like I started 2016. I was like, I wanted to kind of like almost like rebrand the channels, like new logo. I was like, let's get the fucking fresh coat of paint up, have the shit looking fresh for the new year. Start shit off right.
All right, just a sec. Hold on.
Start shit off right. Get the fresh setup, the fresh setup as we storm towards 100K. Hopefully in 2016. That's the goal. 100K in 2016.
This is what happens when you got a headphone splitter that goes on
you. Yeah, he was over there admiring just how red his wall is. That's what he was doing.
That's it. Yeah, I was just about to lick the wall, guys. But anyway, I got my little headpiece on.
He wanted to stroke the furry wall.
Yeah, sometimes you get technical difficulties. They just pop up like a headphone splitter randomly giving out. Yep. It happens. So yeah, this week on the show, on personal news, I finished the $100 PC. Right, that thing got finished. And
is that it right there in front of you?
It's over here. It's this one here. Hold on.
Yeah, this one.
Just get the live webcam. Hold on.
Let's get it in there.
There it is. Look at that.
There it is with that AMD red goodness showing through. Look at that. Look at that PCB.
That's it there. So that's the build
Styling
there.
And profiling.
Yeah. 5850 was definitely the catch of this build. $30 for that kind of graphics card was actually pretty good value for money. So really decent card. Cleaned it up. Looks good. Now this is a PC. It's finished. Like, it's actually a really good PC. I was surprised it could actually run like GTA 5 and Fallout 4. Like, it could actually run those games at 1080p, albeit like pretty low, like the lowest settings, especially on GTA 5. But yeah, I was just really surprised. Really good build. So I'm getting asked a lot by people who want to buy it, and I told them in the video, I said I'm not shipping this thing internationally. So
the international shipping alone would kill you on the expense of it being affordable.
Exactly right.
The whole point of the video is to show you that you could go out and go around to your local scrap stores, or go on Craigslist and eBay and stuff like that, and find your own parts like this and put it together yourself and learn something.
That's exactly right. Like, the whole point of the build is to say, like, these are the parts that I think are really cheap for this price point, and you can put them together and make yourself something awesome if you look around. So I guess that's the whole point, and then see what parts are compatible with what parts. So one thing with this $100 PC you have to be careful with is definitely like getting the RAM right, because it's like the first generation of DDR3 or around about there. You have to kind of get some old school DDR3 that's compatible with the motherboard.
Yeah.
So anyway, but that's that. It's pretty good. So it's working. It's fully finished, and I've got the next one that's ready to go, the R9 270 build. So I can't wait to get into that. That's a $200 PC, and that's going to be hopefully the console killer.
And also worth noting that you're back in Japan, so you had a hell of a trip. Yeah.
Back in Japan, and oh man, that flight was brutal. Hey, it was like 20 hours.
I wouldn't want to trade anything with you for that. It's like, no, thank you. I do not like sitting in places like that for a long period of time without access to internet. And computers and comfortable chairs and things like, things you take for granted in everyday life. When you're in the air for like 20 hours, you're like, wow, I really wish I had my chair right now, and like snacks and computers and porn. And you can't do any of that when you're in the air. Well, you could probably get away with porn, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you probably. They said they had internet on the flight, but then when I actually tried to use it, it was like, oh, you can go to American Airlines website. I'm like, that's not the internet. That's not wireless.
Yeah, I remember I was somewhere recently and I was like, oh, they have Wi-Fi. Oh, it was on the bus when I was going up to Albany. They had Wi-Fi on the bus. I was like, nice. So I got on it, and I was just like, and it was like, you basically have access to email.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. It's just like YouTube blocked, Netflix blocked, Twitter blocked. Everything was blocked. Couldn't do anything. I was better off. I was better off just like waiting for the gaps where I actually had LTE service. I was like, yeah, all right, LTE, let's do something. Woohoo! And then it would go away, and I'd be like, all right, I can't do anything again for another 20 minutes.
Well, it's pretty funny. It's like, yeah, you know, like we got internet, guys, and then you go on and it just says like internet blocked.
Yes.
So you can text your friends on the plane. Here's this like useless app that no one uses. You can text some random person on the plane rather than go up and just say hello to them. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
That's what they did to Liam Neeson in that movie.
Which one?
Non-Stop. It's a great film.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
Good little B action movie. I like movies like that. Liam Neeson's good shit too.
Yeah.
He's very Irish.
Okay. Yeah, I like Liam Neeson. I like all his films, eh? And he's Qui-Gon Jinn, baby. That's right. That's why episode 1 wasn't too bad, you know? You had Ewan McGregor, you had Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yeah, I mean, Qui-Gon Jinn gets a bit hyped up. I mean, let's be fair, he was kind of rubbish. I mean, he did just get...
Oh, Darth Maul pwned him, yeah.
He got owned by Darth Maul, and then Obi-Wan came over and beat him. It's like, you know, Qui-Gon what? It was like, Qui-Gon who?
Amen. Amen. Obi-Wan is legit. I understand. Anyway.
I think Jar Jar could take Qui-Gon.
Well, that's it. Qui-Gon, I mean Jar Jar. You know, I read a theory about Star Wars in the episode 8.
I know. You think he's
I've been watching theories, right? And this one sounds like the most sense to me. Snoke is Ren from the future, and I think that's so true, eh? That theory. Like, I think that's the one, like, I was just watching this Star Wars theory. I reckon that's
I think I would need a lot more details to explain as to why that would even be a possibility.
Well, I just think that's like, anyway, that's like, that just made the most sense.
You can't just drop that bomb without something to back that up.
I know, but that's just, I don't know, that's just weird, so, yeah.
All right, well.
And also, I got, on other news, like, people asking, you know,
to be continued.
Got back from the West Coast. It was really good. Just ate food, you know, good weather, this.
Let me ask you: when you got to the United States and you went out to eat, were you surprised with the portion sizes?
Yeah, man, it's huge, eh? Like it's crazy. Like all I'm gonna say is I'm never gonna complain about someone being fat from America ever again.
Because you'll understand why. They just give us like
exactly.
they just look how much food they give us.
Oh man, and the thing is, it's not just they give you so much; it tastes really good too. Like I remember the chick's like ordering me nachos, and she's just like, "This is a Denny's, man, of all places, right?" And she's just like, "You want more? You want extra cheese?" And I'm just nodding my head like, "Yep." You want extra avocado? Yep. You want extra sour cream? Yep. It's like it just brings me out the best nachos ever. I'm just like, wow. And then she's like, you want to order your main? And then there's like burgers in the menu. I'm like, yes, please. So at the end of the day, you just, I don't know, man. The food there's so good.
That still surprises me too when I go out to eat, because like after I had my surgery and I started, you know, I was doing all of my meals at home for a while, and I was eating such small portions. And then when I started going out with people to eat, and I would order a meal and they'd bring it to me, and I'm just like, it was like a waste of money because I couldn't finish it first off, but also when they would bring it out, it'd be just like, this is like more food than any human being needs. It's like no one needs this much food. Like, is this one plate for all four of us? Like, are we meant to share this? Because I don't need all of this.
That's true.
That's why after like you get the surgery, you gotta start ordering off lunch menus. That's a secret right there. Lunch menus, they got smaller portions, so you don't have to waste like $15 on a main entree and soup and all this shit when you're gonna, you know, take like 3 or 4 bites and be like, oh god, I'm fucking stuffed.
Yeah. Just people in the comments are saying the stream is freezing all the time, so that's weird. Because I mean, it's weird, right? Because our Skype conversation hasn't started at all. So
no, and I'm monitoring OBS, and it's all smooth there. It's not dropped any frames.
So are you streaming on YouTube's gaming app or whatever?
No, I use the OBS goes right to it, and I have it monitors the frames. I have 0 dropped frames so far the entire broadcast and before the broadcast. So
yeah, everyone's getting the freezing.
It's YouTube, man.
Yeah, it must be YouTube because that's on Skype.
Hit Control F5. You know, clear that cache. All right, but you want to roll into
because you got that video. You got your vlogs playing. Maybe that's it.
My vlogs.
Yeah, you got your setup Slunt Vlog 3 playing. So
that's
just turn that off. Let's go to the first topic.
Spin
Hey,
off.
we'll just get serious. You want to get serious?
Yeah, let's. I want to definitely get to this first topic, man, because I'm honestly like quite eager about this Broadwell-E release. Even though, I mean, I got 5820K, I'm pretty good there, but I'm looking forward to bumping that thing over to the test rig and upgrading the main rig to one of these fuckers. And like,
You're seriously keen on upgrading for $1,500?
I don't know about 1500 though. That's the thing. The 15. That sounds a little ludicrous to me, man. The 1500 is like, no. Then see, when I heard 1500, that's when I started thinking about the way you're thinking, like the 8 core, and it's like maybe I should go for that mid range 8 core there.
Well, this has got me worried because now I think the 8 core is going to cost like $1,000. Like that's legit.
But let's remember that we should take this with a shovel of salt because it is WCCF tech.
It is WCCF. Yeah, we got to remind ourselves it is WCCF tech. Yeah.
I mean, I was still of the mind before reading this, and I kind of still am, that they weren't going to sway too far from the pricing. We did see like when Skylake came out, that went up by about $70, but that was like out of character. Because usually they stick to a very strict pricing. We see that with everyone always thinks it's going to be a price hike. Like, no, it's going to be the same that the last generation as when it came out. It's only less now because it's been out for a while. But like when Nvidia cards come out, they're like $700 and people freak out. And it's like, well, that's how much the last one was when they came out.
Yeah, but with a GPU, you're getting a lot more hardware than a CPU. So,
well,
yeah.
This is a pretty big one though. The Deca cores, man, I want a Deca core, but not for $1,500.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I won't spend more than $1,000.
Like, for $1,500, you could get like a 980 Ti 1231 V3. You get a whole amazing PC set up for that. That's ready to game.
I had expected, like in previous years, the extreme one, the X was always like $999.
Yeah.
I thought maybe at most we might see that go to $1,099, and if it was a Deca core, I probably would have bitten the bullet and be like, okay, for the Deca core, I'll pay the $1,100.
Well, yeah. So, well, I thought it was going to be over $1,000, right? Because it's cutting edge, whatnot, 10 cores. But I didn't expect it to be like rumored around 1,500. I think 1,200 would have been good. Maybe I think 1,200 people will legitimately pick this thing up.
Yeah, even that's a little high, but that's still in the realm of maybe okay. The 1,500 is way out there, man. That's like Xeon like ridiculous price.
I know. It's at the end of the day, it is too expensive. I think. Plus, you got to have Then there's that added on.
It's not
risk.
Consumer pricing. It's not consumer pricing, is what it is.
Well, then you've got that risk of course, like the 8 core, right? When that first came out, there was a lot of motherboards going up in smoke. So then you're going to have that same scenario all over again because it's a 10 core, right? You're still pushing the boundaries of a 10 core overclockable CPU. So I mean, this one's a little bit worrying. This article, I was hoping the price would be a little bit lower though. That's the main thing. The $1,500, like, whoa, okay. Let's not lose touch with reality here. I mean, I'd love to know, like, and I mean, especially since the 8 core now is like, it's rumored to be $1,000. So it's like, what kind of value are we extracting here? I mean, I might just get like a 6,800K. I mean, so anyway, we've got 4 models here. They're rumored to release 4 models this time around as opposed to 3 models. And so obviously you're getting the 10 core there, but then you're getting an 8 core, and then you're getting 2 6 cores. It's good to see though that the 6850K is at least with those extra PCIe lanes. It's priced a little bit lower than the, what was it, 5930? 5930,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone picked that up.
Well, you bring up an interesting point there because of the fact that they have 4 this time around, and the previous generations they only had 3.
Yeah.
Which would maybe make sense as to why there's a $1,500 entry, since it's another tier up beyond what we've ever seen before.
Yeah, but it's not really another tier up, right? You still got the same architecture as Haswell.
Yeah.
It's just as 14 nanometer.
And 10 cores.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking cores.
It's huge, yeah. Like, this thing is legitimately big. I think that TDP is a bit, I don't know. That's a bit crazy. Like, this thing's going to be burning up like a good over 300 watt if you're overclocking it. So
I just know I want it, and I want to slap it in the same motherboard that I have right now.
You better be careful of that, because those motherboards we got at the moment were only designed for 8 cores, right? Like, I don't think they had Deca core overclocking in mind.
All right, so if it is 1,500 and I end up getting the 8 core, then I'll probably slap it in there. Okay.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The 8 core is okay, but just be careful if you're going to use the same motherboard. You just might want to realize that you might need some really high-end chokes, really high-end MOSFETs.
But mate, 25 megs of cache. 25 megs.
Mate, cache, mate. Get down under.
25 megs of cache, eh?
Yeah, that's it, mate. Yeah. All right.
How
So
many,
anyway, we got.
well, how many how many SLI, how many PCI lanes on that, I wonder?
So it should have the standard 40, I think.
I was
Like,
thinking maybe I was thinking maybe more. I don't know. I want to see some 5-6-way SLI setups possibly. Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't say there, does it? The
They've
lanes.
got those. They've got those like Xeon boards with like the 7 PCI lanes. I want to see some.
But
of
it's got
those.
USB 3.1, which not like all the. Yeah, I've got some. I got this here, like the USB 3 devices, and they can't even utilize like this one here. This white one's barely utilizing USB 3 properly. So yeah, USB 3 is pretty overrated sometimes. But
Yeah, I agree with that. Sometimes it'll just like drop down to like 10 megasecond. I'm like, why are you going so slow? It's like,
Yeah.
just go faster.
that's it. So okay. So next topic: Xbox One's EA Access headed to PC as Origin Access.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy. This was like a big thing that they had kind of helmed at like the E3s and as a Xbox One exclusive. It's a service essentially with EA where you could pay a monthly fee to them where you basically have games to stream or download to play as much as you want as long as you're paying for that service on the EA's back catalog. So it's kind of like Netflix for EA titles, and it would also give you access to new games when they came out, but also give you access to them 2 weeks early. Most recently with Battlefront, that was a big one. You got access to that 2 weeks early. So this is especially for the pricing for how affordable it is. I believe it's $4 a month. It's $5 a month, $5 or £4 a month. So $5 a month. And
Sims 3 starter pack. They're like, guys, we just need to throw in 15 games.
For-
What game
for-
do we want
for
to
me-
throw in?
For me personally, I'm not really interested in the back catalog, but I'm going to get this for $5 a month just so that I can get the games early, because that'll be awesome for reviewing games. Yeah, as a YouTuber, be able to get the games
it would
early.
be, right? It would be, yeah. Reviewing
Yeah.
games early. I mean, that's all right. I mean, I'm sort of focused more on hardware than games, though I do reviews like the real
Yeah, I know that there's
popular games that need them for benchmarking.
but I mean, this is at the end of the day. I know that's how it matters for me, but for everyone else, though, it's another service that this is. I think this is a good service, and for gamers to get more services is always a good thing. Yeah, can't hurt anything to have it there as an option.
Yeah, it can't hurt to have it. That's exactly right. So Joker is going to sign up for the Origin Access.
Well,
So
once
yeah.
I'll sign up for it when there's a game coming out that I know I'm going to want the early access on. I don't know if I'll be subscribed to it all year round.
just sign up like for 1 week.
I'll
and
be
then
like,
quit.
yeah, I'll be like those people that subscribe to HBO only when Game of Thrones comes around, and then they unsubscribe, or Netflix when House of Cards starts up, they'll watch binge watch the whole season, cancel the membership, and they'll just get the most out of it for a month, and that's it, and they're good for the year.
Well, it's like the Amazon Prime trial. It's like, do you want to sign up for the Prime trial? I'm like,
Well,
yeah. And I do this
yeah,
like 5
see.
times a year, and I get 5 months for free of Amazon Prime.
Absolutely, yeah, there you go. That's
Seriously, last year, I don't know how many times I signed up for a trial of Prime.
Well, see,
Like-
what I do is I have Prime, but I haven't paid for it in ages, because anytime they have there's an issue, or if you got a delivery and it was a day late or anything like that,
Yeah.
their apology is to always give you a month of free Amazon Prime. So that's been going on for 2 years that I haven't had to pay for more Prime, because they just keep giving me more free months, because it'll something I'll pay for 1 day delivery at the last minute, and then it'll take 2 days, and I'll send them a message. I'm just like, hey, it took an extra day. What the heck? I'm upset.
you time it so you get your free Prime.
I'm just I'm super. Well, I don't really time it, but when it happens, I'm like, I am super upset. Please, what is this? I am so upset. And they were like, oh, please, we are so sorry. Please take this free month of Amazon Prime. Like, okay, I now feel better about this situation. Bye bye.
Yeah, well, even if it's a minute late, you just message them, guys, delivery was 1 minute late, past the deadline.
So maybe we could figure out a way to do that with Origin Access. You get it, and it's new SimCity comes out. EA, this SimCity's rubbish. Like, okay, we'll give you a free month of Origin Access. Like, all right, sounds good. So because that last game was fucking shit. And I don't know, maybe if Ubisoft comes out with something like this, you'll be getting games free for life. Never have to pay for another game again.
Yeah, that's pretty true. So what do we got here? Intel Skylake. Do we want to move on to the next topic? We've got Intel Skylake bug causes PCs to freeze during complex workloads. Now, apparently during a Prime 95 test where they're finding the primes, the GIMS test, it just randomly freezes. So they sent this problem over to Intel, and basically Intel are going to be fixing it with a BIOS update pretty soon. So that's a good thing if you're on Skylake. I mean, I don't know if this would manifest itself in actual games and stuff like that. I mean, I've never had my 6600K crash on games, so I think it's just limited to Prime 95 and really stressing out the CPU at 100% load. Yeah, and I mean, so nothing really much to report on other than just news here, and that it's going to get fixed.
Yeah,
so
basically, well,
yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty big issue, though. It's a good thing that they found this out, though. That they found this out, it could have caused a lot more issues.
Yeah, it may have. Yeah, definitely. So, but I've got my Haswell-E. That's my main work rig. So don't care too much for Skylake, actually. Hey.
No, same here. I think maybe I'm jaded by because of the fact that I have the i5. Like, even today, I was doing some footage for this mouse video, and I was playing Siege on there, and it was pinned at 100% usage. I was just like, every game I played on that CPU this year, it's just 100%.
Are you sure?
100%.
Like, have you what's your cache ratio at? Because I've got my 6600K, man. It's been flying sky high. Like, I've had no. Are you playing at 1440p or 1080p?
1080 it was today.
Oh, okay, all right. But so what's your cache ratio at?
Oh.
Well, you should check because like I've had that before where my cache ratio has just been a little bit undervolted, and it's been causing problems, and you had to give it more voltage.
It's not really causing problems. It's just that games just fully utilize it. I just think they're really.
And you notice
CPU taxing
stuttering
these
and
new
stuff,
games.
right?
No, it's just maxing it out though. The CPU's at 100%, and in some cases, in some games like Assassin's Creed, that would mean that the GPU wasn't getting fully utilized. It would be sitting at like 70%, while the CPU was at 100%, and it was obvious. It was like, well, if there was more CPU power here, that GPU number would be going up more. It just doesn't have enough CPU power to handle the frames, so it can't.
That's weird. I don't know, man. My 6600K has been bliss, especially with like GTX 970 or a R9 390. That thing's really pulling its weight. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, i5 does the trick, but going from an i7 and looking at the numbers and monitoring it, you can definitely see how it can struggle in some games.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, so what do we got here on the next list? So we've got Microsoft today and support for Windows 8 and old versions of Internet Explorer. So it's not like, I mean, the Windows isn't such a surprise, right? I mean, Windows 8.1 is out. You should be updating your Windows to 8.1 if you've got 8. Unless, of course, you've got a hacked copy.
I'm still on Windows 8.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I know you've got a legit.
I don't like 8.1. I don't like it.
What? It's the same thing.
No, it's not. They changed some of the context menus. They put things in slightly different places, and I don't like it.
Oh man!
It's like when you right click, it looks a little bit different, and when you go into the file explorer, they changed the name from my computer to this PC or some shit like that, and I hated that. I was like, fuck
answer
off.
me a question.
I was like, fuck off with this PC and fuck off with the SkyDrive as well in the file explorer too. I don't like that either.
Okay, well, are you one of those guys? If someone gives you an apple, you'll like check it like meticulously for a bruise, and if it's got a bruise on it, you're like, I don't want to eat that.
Yes.
No, you're one of those type. Okay.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, yeah. So anyway, guys,
I'm the kind of person that you'll invite me over for a meal, and then I'm going to criticize it and tell you what's wrong with it and what you could have done better. That is me. That's me in a nutshell.
Free meal, yeah, free meal.
I don't see how that applies at all to this situation because I just don't like 8.1. So fuck 8.1.
I don't know. I tried 8.1. It was like the same thing when I installed my start menu, so I didn't. Nothing bothered me.
But see, I think it's that attention to detail that I have that makes me good at reviewing products.
Yeah, what's that?
It's that cynicism and attention to negativity that makes me good at what I do.
Yeah,
someone's got to find the shit. You got to find the shit.
Well, then bad news, brother. You got to upgrade to Windows 8.1.
No, I don't.
So, otherwise, all your video game accounts will end up on some forum. So.
All right.
So anyway, yeah. So they're ending support for Windows 8 and Internet Explorer 8, 9, 10.
Not updating. Sticking the fight to Windows 8. Windows 8 for life.
So Joker's not updating, guys. Me on the other hand, I'm going to Windows 10 because DX12 will be coming soon, and I kind of have to get used to Windows 10. So both my rigs here are Windows 10 at the moment, and Joker's just Joker's literally become Joker from the Batman. Joker, what's your input on that?
On what?
That you've become Joker from Batman.
Joker from Batman?
Yeah.
Have I? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't- All right. So anyway, so Internet Explorer 8, 9, 10. I don't think anyone really uses that. Because I mean, they've even got Edge out right now.
Whoa! People
10's
use
got
Internet
Edge.
Explorer.
Yeah, I mean, I used to, man. Like, it's not a pro. Like, this is the thing, right? This is the thing about Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, and Chrome. Uh, for the average consumer, like, unless you're doing web development or anything, like, or you're using a lot of add-ons, it doesn't really make a difference. Like, I remember I used to use Internet Explorer and people would complain about it so much, and I'm like, it's not that bad, unless your computer's like an ancient chug horse. So I don't know, but I mean nowadays I use Chrome because of I don't like Adobe Flash. Chrome's got the built-in. Built,
Firefox.
yeah, I mean I use Chrome just because I hate Adobe Flash. Like I really hate that, and I don't want to install any add-ons to do with Adobe Flash. So I'm just using Chrome nowadays.
I use Firefox because I like the extension support. There's so many more
Firefox is probably the
extensions in
best.
Firefox.
I'm going to admit, I reckon Firefox is the best. But Chrome, I mean, I just use Chrome now because it's ease of access. Like, especially when I'm doing YouTube editing and the annotations and stuff, I don't have to, because in Mozilla Firefox, I think I have to use an add-on. Chrome, I don't. So it's just convenience at the moment. But just keep in mind, people, that every Internet Explorer or Mozilla, everything you use now is kind of getting data mined.
There are every once in a while, like for instance, like literally just as the stream was starting, and I've never had this problem before with this particular thing, but I was trying to go to gaming.youtube.com. I like to go there to bring up the stream so that I could open up the pop-out chat, because then it's black and it's easier for me to read with the dark background. And I couldn't open it up on Firefox. It was saying you need a modern browser. And there have been certain things before where I've tried to open things up on Firefox where it's just like, it just won't open. I'm just like, why isn't this opening? Or why isn't this running? Like frame skip tests also. Got to do that kind of stuff all on Chrome. If I do it on Firefox, it's like incomplete.
Yeah.
And if I open up Chrome, it's like, it's fine, I guess. I don't know
So
why.
that's what I mean. That's why I use Chrome now. 'Cause, I mean, hey, Google can data mine me, but at least it's convenient. So,
See, I don't like to. I just use it for those instances. Like if I have to do something where I need Chrome, it's there. I use it, but otherwise it's Firefox.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like when I was thinking about Google, right, and the data mining thing, I mean, it can be really good, especially if you're using the Navi app. People are like, wow, how does Google know that there's traffic? Simple. Everyone on their smartphone has access to Google. So then they're pinging Google their location, and Google knows that they're driving. So then they know that there's traffic. So that's why Google Maps is so good. Like I really do like Google Maps and the Navi that they've got on there. It's really good. It's really ingenious. But so to say, also on that note of the Internet Explorer, that I think Windows Vista as well will continue to be supported, Service Pack 2. So Internet Explorer 9 on Windows Vista apparently will still be supported. And then you've also got the stats there that still 20% of people are still using Internet Explorer 8 through 10. So that's pretty crazy. But yeah. That's just some news.
And in other news, Joker's still going to be on Windows 8.
And Joker's going to be on Windows 8, and he's using a blend of Mozilla, Firefox, and Chrome with his special add-ons.
Oh, yes.
So, anyway.
And someone asked, and Satan Payne asked in chat, I don't know how he doesn't know this by now, because he's a long-time watcher of the channel, but yes, I am going to Land Syndicate. I don't know how he doesn't know that, but yes, I am.
Yeah.
I thought the entire world knew that I was going to Land Syndicate.
I'm not.
The amount of times that I've mentioned it. No, I said the whole world knows that I'm going. Not that the whole world is going.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't saying the whole world is going.
Well, you've done a whole Land Syndicate build already, so.
And look at you, you tech yes city shill. You don't even have the TGW wallpaper up on the background there.
Well, I got my own wallpaper up. It's time to advertise my own brand, you know.
He's shilling his channel over here.
Wait, I can't put on a necktie unless I do it under like.
Is that a polka dot? Is that a polka
put
dot?
on a necktie.
He is wearing a polka dot tie, folks. Polka dot.
That's
tie.
it. That's it, guys. I'm going to put on a necktie, just easy access here.
Big, bright polka dot tie.
Next topic here. We're going to put on a necktie for this next topic. So Pascal GP104 spotted in the mid-range market. So this makes sense, right? When Nvidia are going to release, because the last generation of cards was such a success, right? The 970 and the 980, when they were released, huge amount of sales. 980 Ti, huge amount of sales. I think Nvidia are just going to employ that same strategy again.
Like come out like they did with the 750 Ti, you're saying, like that with the low end?
Oh, no, not the 750 Ti. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with that, but we're going to definitely get their upper mid-range cards first. And they're going to be a little bit faster than your 980 Ti. And then they're going to release their next beast, like probably 5 months down the track or whatever. So
But if they're saying this is GDDR5X, then what about the HBM?
Well, see, that's the thing. HBM, obviously, it's expensive. That's what I'm reading. HBM2 is actually pretty expensive to implement. So I think they will be going with GDDR5X. I think this is true.
So you're thinking HBM2 might not show up until like their like Titan, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be on their main. And I do, at this stage, with the sounds of it, it does sound like their flagship will be more expensive than $1,000 this time around. That just makes sense this time around because you're implementing HBM2, you've got a node shrink, you've just got all these.
It's pretty disappointing, I got to be honest.
It is. It is. If Broadwell-E deca cores going up.
I mean, if the Pascal 1080 or whatever number it's going to be, 80 card, comes out and it's not HBM, I'm going to be very disappointed. That's a big reason to look forward to was HBM. If it's DDR5X, that's like
I mean, on the mid-range cards, I don't think it's going to be such a big deal. I think, obviously GDDR5X is still going to be faster than GDDR5. So it'll be a welcome addition. It's just, of course, people are wondering, where's the HBM? And I think that will be coming out on their flagship products. It's just you will have to pay a premium for that. Just like the Deca core, I think there's going to be premiums in 2016, which sucks, right? Because we're constantly getting fleeced for trying to be top-end stuff. So
it also sucks if this is happening in any way as a result of being rushed, because it seems like they do want to get this Pascal out right around the same time that VR headsets are launching for the Vive and the Oculus around March, April. So
yeah,
I think that's the time we're looking at here. I think we're going to see right around that time. I think we're going to see the headsets. I think we're going to see Pascal. I think we're going to start to see Broadwell-E motherboards and CPUs starting to roll out. I think we're going to maybe even start to see Zen. Possibly around that time.
See,
that's gonna be around maybe later,
Zen
like May. Later will be like Zen will be a little bit later, like May or June, I think. But yeah, I think March, April is going to be definitely exciting.
I think it's either March. I'm looking at March, April for their first generation of Pascal GPUs. I think that there's a rumor here about the BPA package or something. So I don't really know what I'm looking at here. So it's just like some shipment or something, Bangalore air cargo. Anyone could easily write this one up and then post it as a rumor, but
it's like it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out like what I don't look at cargo shipping, so I don't know, but we take Tweaktown with the same shovel of salt as WCCF Tech. Well, no, I kind of think Tweaktown's got a little bit more legitimacy to it. I think WCCF definitely do get on the clickbait sometimes. They just go at it sometimes. Like
so did Tweaktown.
Click here.
Tweaktown did the same thing, man.
I don't know. I trust amongst the rumor websites. Tweaktown seems to be a little bit more reliable.
They both have a smattering of rumors mixed in with actual legitimate stories, and you just gotta sometimes you gotta be able to read between the lines and find the original links, like where they're saying it's like, oh, this is based off of the story from so and so source, and you go to source, and it's like, yeah, that wasn't anything. That wasn't anything like what they. That wasn't anything like what they just reported at all. That's not even close to what they said.
Or it's the word on the block.
That was taken way out of context.
Or it's word on the block. 5-year-old kid on the block said that it was coming in April. Therefore, it's gospel.
Pretty much.
So, anyway, guys. So GP104 has looked like it will hit the market before GP100. That's their big brother. That's the one that was going.
That's what I'm waiting for. Like I'm waiting for the 100. I want the the 1080 Ti. There's really like if when the 1080 comes out, if that's what it's actually called, it's probably only going to be a little bit faster than what I have right now.
Man, it's starting to sound like Terminator friggin' terminology. T800, the T8, it'd be like the T1. They should just release it the T1000.
I am installing the 1080 Ti.
Oh my god.
It is made of liquid metal.
That's it. It's made of liquid metal, baby. You gotta be careful with that. So we've got here confirmed the Oculus Rift. So we want to move on to Oculus Rift. Will cost Aussies over $1,100. So apparently there's this thing that apparently, look, at the moment it's sad, right? Because we pay, our dollar is a lot weaker than the American at the moment. So naturally, you're going to expect this to cost around about $900. But of course, then there's GST thrown on that. And apparently, there's taxes on the export of the Oculus as well from where it's based. So, it's just like Aussies are getting ripped off. This is something we're used to anyway, so it's not really surprising. hey, you know, Aussies are going to get fleeced. That should be the title. But I don't know. I mean, imagine Oculus have really kind of caused a rift, so to speak, in the.
You really went there, didn't you?
Yeah, they've created a rift with their recent pricing. I mean, what do you think about their pricing? This is where it comes. A lot of the discussion with Oculus Rift and the big rift caused is coming with the pricing. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, as far as the what's going on with Australia, I mean, they've got their own political issues with their currency, which I really can't offer much commentary on. But as far as the actual pricing on just the Rift is concerned, I guess it makes sense at $600 with all the hardware in there. And yes, I would like to see an option without the controller, and I'd like to see it for less. And Palmer Luckey had said that, oh, that's not adding, we're not making any money on that. We're not making any money on the controller. We're not making any money on, the headphones that you guys don't want or anything like that, or this extra case. We're not making any money on that stuff. It's like, yeah, you're not making money on it, but it's still adding extra cost because you still have to make the money back that you put into it. And I don't want your headphones at all. Don't want the fancy case. Don't want the Xbox controller because I already got one. Don't want any of that shit. So if you take all of that off, that's got to account for at least $100. If you give me if you gave me a $499 version without that stuff, I would get that version.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the version I get because I don't need that other stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what people. I think that's the people are stressing. They don't want the extra added on crap because they don't see themselves using it. So therefore, why should they have to pay for it? Very valid argument. What causes me though is I don't know.
Or like the extra games too. I mean, the games or whatever that it's coming with, I don't want those either. If those are costing $50 to $60 each, or I doubt they are to them because it's just a digital code. It probably costs them like next to nothing. But those are also something I don't really want. I'm planning to use it with like Elite Dangerous and American Truck Simulator, both of which aren't listed as being supported at launch, but they will be working at launch.
I mean, I can definitely see Massdrop having a niche here or something. So some shipping site, you get in a group buy, and then you get a heap of them sent to Oz. I don't know, but or you just go on eBay and someone will mark it down for you.
And
so
people are saying Vive could be even more. And Vive is really exciting. I think the tech in the Vive is amazing, but I don't see a lot of people getting that because it's almost like you have to have a room for it. You really have to have like a 15 by 15 space. That's pretty big. The room I'm in right now, I don't know the exact measurement, but it's quite big. I probably could do it in here if I took these tables out of here. So I actually could do it in this room. Yeah. But I don't think most people have a space this large, and it's just it's not like I have a massive house or anything like that. This room just happens to be abnormally large because there's like just extra space in the house, I guess, and it's all in this room. So it is what it is. But
I'm trying to figure out
but not for that much money.
Well, I mean, there is that extra concern that if you ship in something in Australia that's worth over 1,000 AUD, you then have to pay more taxes as well. So you like getting taxed on tax on tax. So if you are an Aussie and you do want to get something like an Oculus Rift, I'd recommend buying it from someone from somewhere in America that doesn't pay sales tax, and then getting them to market as $600. And then that way you'll get it through. You won't have to pay the additional taxes. You'll save probably two lots of taxes. So you probably get it in for around like, $950 or something. So definitely look at, I mean, I'm sure there'll be people selling it on the D-Lo, on the gray market, so to speak. So that's where you definitely want to go if you want to get one of these in Australia.
Assume, maybe after it comes out, but at launch, that market is going to be way more expensive than whatever they're selling it for, because it's going to be just like...
Yeah, I mean, when they initially sell it, definitely, yeah. I mean, there will be people scalping, that's for sure. That always happens.
I'm sure they're on eBay right now, the pre-orders. Yeah. I'm sure people are already scalping their pre-orders for like
$2,000.
Exorbitant. Yeah. Like if you want that shit when it comes out at the end of March, you better get that pre-order, kid.
Yeah. So there's something else here. I mean, I might
just review mine and then fucking sell it after 2 days for fucking shit.
Yeah. So apparently there's this thing here that also the designers of Oculus Rift want to reduce the amount of scares.
Yeah, Palmer Luckey, yeah.
Palmer Luckey, and he wants to reduce the amount of scares. I mean, I just think of this as them trying to save themselves any legal complications or something, because I imagine someone having a heart attack and then the family member suing them or something, and then they have to pay a lot of damages. I mean, it just seems like a safe play to me rather than making it experience. I mean, this is the thing. This is what disclaimers are for, right? If you're going to introduce a scary-ass game, you should just have like some obligation or something where before you start the game, you have to, sign in or something. I don't know. So
I don't see why they're really concerning themselves. I mean, they're making the hardware. The software is going to, it's going to do whatever it's going to do. They're not going to be able to stop that. That's going to happen. It's inevitable.
yeah,
They're making the hardware. The games are going to come out for the hardware. People are going to make whatever they want for it.
that's true.
They don't have to. It's just a peripheral. It's not like, as of right now, at least I don't see anything like you have to basically to use your Oculus VR. You have to go buy your game from the Oculus VR store or some shit like that. It's just like no, you just have it's just a peripheral. You plug in like a mouse or a keyboard. You can use it with anything. You could develop your own shit for it. That's what's so cool about it. So I don't know why they're even bothering getting involved with talking about what kind of games are going to come out for it. I mean, if a scary game comes out and some kid kills himself or has a heart attack, some guy has a heart attack playing it, then
So be it.
that's gonna it probably is going to happen, and there will probably be some negative press for the Oculus Rift from some direction because if there's negative press to be had, someone will find it and someone will take advantage of it. So
That's true. Yeah.
it's going to happen, even if they prevent this, something else will happen. So
Yeah, there'll be some way. Someone will always try to find some way to sue you so in this modern day and age. But yeah, so that's that. Do we want to move on now to an interesting article that I found was pretty cool was SuperMicro, the motherboard manufacturer mainly for the business sector, is now trying to move into the consumer sector, making gaming-focused motherboards. Now, one thing before we get onto the motherboards, I'm going to say that I hope Supermicro now has to up their customer service. They're going to have a lot more reps on the line because they're going to get people calling in like, hey, I try to put my AMD CPU in this Intel socket and it doesn't work. so what happened?
I can't say I've ever had to deal with Supermicro, but they've always looked like they like made some like super basic ass boards, but.
Well, I'm telling you now, they're going to get some crazy ass phone calls. So they better have their customer service division ramped up as well. Why does this RAM stick not fit? What RAM are you trying to put in there? I'm trying to fit this DDR3 on this slot, and it's a new Z178 motherboard. What's going on? I think I fried something. I saw some sparks and shit. Can I get a refund? So. Yeah,
These are some. I don't know how I feel about these designs. I mean, they're kind of ugly. I don't like the color schemes. I kind of like the green one. I like the design of the board anyway.
I like the green. I mean, the green looks fresh. I mean, the green.
I don't like the green, but I like the design. I like the heat sinks. I like the the shroud over the rear I/O. I like all that stuff. I think all that looks good. Just give me that in like a plain flat black, and I'd be all over it like a rat.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that's my favorite board was the green and black one. It looks it just looks original. Like it looks clean. It looks like an old school R32 GDR. Like not too. There's not many curves. Just looks simple and clean. And I do like the green and black look. It's something new. The other boards, I mean, the blue one looks pretty good too. Except that massive heatsink kind of turns me off a bit.
That's got to be X99. The size of that, though, or AMD.
And that's a huge heatsink on the south on the.
Well, I'm just saying, look at the size of the socket.
Oh yeah, that's massive. Hey, yeah,
that's X99.
Yeah. So there's got X99. They've got looks like it's the LGA 1151 sockets there on the other boards. It's definitely a welcome addition to have someone new into the motherboard market. I mean, it definitely looks pretty cool. I just, hope their customer service can handle it. So once you get consumers.
You want to talk about AMD Polaris, though?
Yeah. We'll move on to AMD Polaris. So we've got here the new use. So this is another rumor. So again, from WCCF Tech. But it looks like the Polaris GPU is on schedule to be around June or July, which is really good news. I'm really looking forward to this architecture, especially since they're dropping down to 14 nanometer, is it, FinFET, with Samsung? I think they're dropping down to 14. Yeah, so somewhere, yeah. They're dropping down to 14 nanometer, and it looks pretty good. Like, especially since we're going to get a fresh... I mean, apparently the architecture is pretty new as well. Like, I was looking at it up. Polaris has got a new architecture, a 14 nanometer shrink, and it's going to be really good. Obviously, the actual specs of the graphics cards are still remain a bit of a mystery, but apparently one has been spotted in the wild. Like the concept card is out there floating around. Someone was saying that there was one being teased somewhere, and yeah, this I can't wait for this because
It's gotta be.
2016
It's
is
gotta
going to
be
be a good year.
Linus. Linus has it. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, I'm worried in ways. I'm starting to get worried about 2016 though, in terms of pricing, because I mean, it just seems like the deck for 1,500, and then I mean, I think the Pascal with the HBM2, they're going to say, oh, HBM2 is expensive, therefore we're going to charge you like $1,200 for a graphics card. So I mean, I'm hoping AMD are very good with pricing, so I think when they release it, they'll release it at a fair price, but.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We
I'm
shall
worried
see.
about pricing already because, yeah, it looks like we've got, when you see the word expensive thrown in with upcoming tech, what do you think? It's just equals price hike, right? So
I'm
that's
just
what
I'm curious to see if they're talking about gaming notebooks. So I'm interesting to see if they're going to make more of a push in that market because we're always seeing Nvidia is really dominating the notebook market.
Yeah, definitely a true. Yeah, that's a true story. I mean, the notebooks has definitely been dominated by the 980M and all those other graphics cards. From Nvidia's side, I'd like to see AMD really make some notebook-centric focused GPUs
Yeah, you
as
go
well.
to the custom sites. I mean, everything on the custom gaming laptops it's all Intel, Nvidia, everything.
That's true. Yeah.
It's completely locked down by Intel and Nvidia. So
Yeah.
should
I mean,
see something from AMD in that market. That'd be quite.
well, you could possibly see a Zen and a 480M or something in there.
I could tell you that's how I made. That's how I had started using Nvidia again. Is because I had gotten a gaming laptop that had a 560M in it, and then when I went from that to a newer desktop, I got Nvidia because I was on Nvidia from the laptop. So there you go.
So, yeah, I mean, it makes a difference, right? So if you're if you're using a laptop and then you suddenly go to a desktop and you're like, oh, I want to use the same thing I was used to on the laptop. So,
Exactly.
yeah, interesting to see what they're both going to do. I mean, I'm looking forward to both Polaris and Pascal. I think they're both going to be kick-ass. Who's going to win this round? I'm not too sure. I mean, no one's
2016
going to be sure.
Title fight.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean, Nvidia definitely got the one up with the 980 Ti. That was, over the Fury X. But hopefully AMD are really ready to punch on now. So, I mean, I think Nvidia may be taking a bit of a break, and then I think it's a perfect time for AMD to get a foot in the door and get back on top if they can, especially with DX12. With some DX12 titles coming out in 2016. I would want them to make a big push, especially with Zen as well. So it's time for them to get back in the game, so to speak.
I agree.
They're Polaris. So looking forward to that. I mean, again, the rumors are like we've got I think this one came from some videocards.com thing, which again had some cargo shipment or something. It's like, what's with the cargo shipment rumors? So I mean, some guy just gets out a spreadsheet and then puts it in Photoshop. Oh, we got a rumor here. So, do we want to move on to do you want to add anything onto that? The AMD story?
No. Let's talk about Sony getting rejected on this trademark. This fucking it's so ridiculous, man. They
some of the stupidest news I've heard all week.
Yeah, Sony tried to trademark the term "Let's Play." It's pure craziness. Thankfully, this was shut down and rejected quite quickly. So
yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it would be shut down and rejected. When you're starting to trademark things that people just say in everyday talk or everyday speak, that's just ridiculous, right? What are they going to start trademarking next? Someone turn on the lights. Oh, you said turn on the lights.
Look at I mean, just look at fucking Asetek with their patents, man. They got a patent on a fucking GPU fucking heatsink, and now they've got the fucking lockdown on the entire all-in-one water cooling market for everything.
Yeah, I mean,
some stupid
different.
fucking loophole.
That's more of a thing, or of a douchebag play. But this is different. This is like idiocy play. Because at least Asetek could legally do that. I don't know what Sony were thinking when they were trying to trademark Let's Play, because a lot of people already use it. It's already a common expression that's used in the gaming world as watch someone play video games. So yeah, I'm really surprised that they tried to do this in the first place. I mean, imagine if it got approved, there would just be riots everywhere. I mean, anyway, Sony. I mean, I love Bravia TVs. I even like my PlayStation 4, but this was an idiotic move from Sony.
It seems so
and
like
Sony cameras as well.
I just never hear about well, I guess maybe you don't hear about this stuff in the other markets as much as you do gaming, or at least we don't. But it seems like in the gaming area, they just act so weird and different from how they do in the other markets with TVs and things like you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like just stupidly aggressive marketing and just doing.
But
shit
apparently
like this,
the
trying to
only
fuck
reason
people
that
over.
apparently the only reason they rejected it is because there's already one that exists called LP Let's Play. So I mean, I wonder if this didn't exist, they would have got it through. I don't know. That's just scary. So, but anyway, apparently LP Let's Play exists, which is different, right? Who's going to say, "Hey, let's play a game"? So, yeah. So that's the reason it got rejected officially.
No, it seemed to me like what they wanted to do was take advantage of their, sharing option they have now. You have they have streaming and everything built into their interface with the PS4, so it seemed logical they wanted to basically lock down this terminology so that they can make all the money from it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Not good marketing. Whoever thought of this one needs to be disciplined. So how would you discipline that person, Joker, if you were the head of Sony?
Punch them really hard in the face.
Just punch them really hard in the face.
Yeah.
I'd just take their bonus and then go out and buy a car and then go drifting.
I think you'd probably go out and buy more polka dot ties, to be perfectly honest. But that's
And I'd
just
do
me.
that too, right? I'd go drifting to the necktie shop, and then be like, "I want that polka dot." I'll be, out the window, whipping it around. So that's me.
Yeah, so let's talk about this Witcher 3
Gaming
patch.
news. Joker, you're getting excited. We got gaming news, brother. You excited?
I'm excited as I yawn here.
No.
Just that was completely unrelated yawn. I assure you.
We're moving on to the gaming news, and Joker's yawning already. This is I'm perplexed here because
Completely unrelated yawn. I assure you.
no, it wasn't. Nothing's ever. It's no such thing as coincidence. That's what you're saying. So anyway, Bug Hunt. The Witcher 3 rolls out patch 1.12. So do you want to talk a little bit about this? The Witch, because this is your field of expertise.
Shut the fuck up so I can talk about this.
Oh, someone's salty.
Joking, because I'm Joker. See, but anyway, I'm actively playing Witcher 3 right now. So I got this patch. It actually, when it first came out, it actually had broke some of my mods initially. So the first thing was actually troubleshooting that and disabling a few of those. Thankfully, the modding scene on Nexus Mods was quick to actually jump on top of that and get the mods patched up. So now all of the mods are working again. The patch is good. Performance is good. Kurt, my friend, people from the channel know him, noted that when he was in Novigrad that his SLI scaling had actually improved significantly. He was getting over 100 FPS in the city, so good patch all around. There was a lot of other fixes and tweaks to, things that maybe you had never noticed, but things with quests and interacting with certain people in the game that just had to be addressed and fixed that you probably may have never noticed, and if you did, that it may have, then you definitely noticed.
Yeah.
But those things were fixed up, and looks like there's minor performance improvements, and now that the mods are sorted out by the modding scene, we're good to go.
Well, yeah, I'm
patch.
going to play Witcher 3 pretty soon. It's like my next game to tackle. So that's my next game to tackle. I love GTA 5. I thought that was amazing. So it's really over the moon with that. But yeah, good. If you're getting into Witcher 3, at least you'll be able to play it with less bugs. So
Yep, it's been a solid. I mean, the game was pretty solid when it came out, and it's only gotten better over time, just polishing these little things here and there that hopefully most people probably never even saw. Or had an issue with.
Definitely.
And the next one up we have here is another patch here. This is on Rainbow Six Siege update 1.3. This one they had rolled out relatively quick, or a lot faster than they had initially planned, because they had just patched 1.2 just a few days ago, and that had some issues when it came out. So they've now put out 1.3 to address some of those issues. Some of them they still don't have SLI working on the game right now, which they broke in that 1.2 patch. So they need to still fix that shit. Because I want SLI back.
Well, I mean, I don't really play Rainbow Six Siege, as I just got so many other things to do. But yeah, good news if they're updating games, bringing out patches. I mean, the gaming news is pretty boring this week, right? We got
there's it's the beginning of 2016. There's not a whole lot going on. This is this is good stuff though. It's good. I don't know. I'm happy to hear about this stuff, so it's important to me.
Okay.
If you're I guess if you're actively playing these games, it is important to you. But if you're not, then you probably don't care. So, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing that most of the people here are subscribed to me and like to know what I'm interested in. So, it's a good thing we're in the right place.
We're in the right place for patches, guys. Patches.
If People like hearing about patches in PC gaming. We are amongst friends. It is warm, and I have a nice hearth.
That's
anyway.
It. Yep. Yeah. So, anything else on the Tom Clancy? I mean, I don't play. I haven't played really Witcher 3. I played with you the beta.
No, they need to fix the SLI issue still, really. And the netcode stuff, they said they addressed with this patch, and I haven't had a chance since today's patch to play it enough yet. I'm going to play it tonight probably.
Is the matchmaking better nowadays, or?
Oh, they messed that up in the last patch. Yet once again, that's hopefully something that was addressed in this patch, and I will get a chance to try it out tonight once I get done work. I was working all day today, and then we rolled right into the show. So once I get done with the show and render my video I was working on for tomorrow, then I'm gonna,
that's why Tech dominated today's episode.
Yes, that is why Tech dominated today's episode, because I was busy working on videos all day.
And we're like, all right, we'll give Brian all these extra tech topics. Woohoo!
Well, it's not extra topics. It's just that each week you link me to like 10 topics, and we'll do 12 topics total, and you'll link me to 10. So it's like, well, you can't have 10 out of 12, so we got to trim some of these down, mate. And you're just like, wait, where's this story? Where's this story? Well, it has to be even. I always try to make it even, but this week is definitely is tech dominated. Yeah.
And these are the gaming articles I just quickly threw up.
So these were no. Well, I would have put these in there anyway. So I was like, when I saw them, I was like, okay, he chose good with the patch, and I threw in the Siege patch. I put in the I updated the MGO link because you had a WCCF link.
Yeah, I know.
And then the EA Access, which I thought was quite important. That's why I wanted to put it at the beginning.
Nice. Yeah. All right. So we got the last topic. So start getting your questions ready. If you have questions, guys, go in the comments section. And we're going to be talking about Metal Gear Online. The PC beta phase starts later today. Now, I want to quickly ask: is this Kojima's title or?
Yeah. It was the Kojima's game that they had came out with. But he hasn't been working on this. And this was when I had heard about the MG Online.
Yep.
After launch coming out, it came out on console first, and then it was coming to PC later. So I was like, at the time, I was kind of like amped up. I was like, it looked really cool and everything. But now that this was what I was afraid was going to happen, so much time has passed since Metal Gear Solid 5 came out that I'm no longer interested.
But is it Konami now? Because Kojima's left Konami, so is this still under Konami?
It's always been Konami. It's just
okay. I'm not playing it then. Yeah, I support
Kojima's not doing anything with it.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, I'm not supporting it then. So.
It looks good though. It looks okay, honestly.
Looks okay. Yeah, I guys can get on and play it.
I'm probably not going to reinstall just to play this though. I don't think, unless the online scene really takes off or something. I don't know.
Well, I like Kojima. I don't like Konami, so I'm just going to follow whatever he does. So, yep. GG. I'm not playing it.
And that's pretty much it though. That pretty much wraps up the topics for today. So if anyone's got any cues for us to A, we can Q&A.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go suck on this coffee right here real quick.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna look at the questions, see if what we've got in the chat here. Okay.
Someone said, "What do you mean?" I don't have an answer for that.
Oh, like Justin Bieber?
I don't know. I have no idea. He just He's completely out of topic.
He's talking about. He's got Bieber. He's got Bieber. Belieber, or he's a believer. That's it.
Is that what it is? He's a believer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You turn your head left, but you wanna look left.
What the fuck is that?
What do you mean?
Stop it.
Just throwing a bone out there. Anybody play or play? Okay, we're not really getting any questions, so maybe we can cut the show short. I can listen to some Justin Bieber.
We could bust out fucking big dab rigs all day. We could do that.
Yeah. So on other news, people are just talking about someone in real life or something. Someone knows you. I don't know. So
someone knows me. Who knows
the
me?
show is kind of so it's officially finished, guys. If you got no questions, then we might just move on.
We could. Speaking of R.I.P., we could mention the unfortunate passing of David Bowie.
That was a bombshell. Just all of a sudden you read the news, David Bowie's gone. Okay.
I didn't know he was sick.
Yeah, I didn't even know he's sick. So that's crazy. I know it's funny because he's got a massive following in Japan, especially amongst the old generation.
Oh yeah.
And they were devastated. Hey, so very devastated. So yeah. Now we got to ask, how does hyperthreading work? Well, hyperthreading just splits the core into two processes, so you're essentially utilizing as much as you can of the core. Yeah, pretty simple, but yeah, complex. So anyway.
I'm sorry, I was trying to click something. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, Satan Payne asked about the Cali trip, and yeah, it was really good. I mean, I just ate a lot of food, relaxed. I went to I went to the Hollywood sign too. That was probably the best thing for me. I mean, people are just like, you know, people there were just like, it's just a Hollywood sign, and I'm like, it's not just a Hollywood sign. It's like, man, I'm growing up as a kid. Hollywood was just amazing, right? Every movie you see the Hollywood sign, you see the view and stuff like that. Going up there just felt like amazing. And, you know, I saw the Hollywood sign. I even took a photo of it in the dark.
How close were you to the Hollywood sign?
I got really close. I didn't actually go up to the full ways. It's like a massive hike, but we drove as close as we could up through all these dodgy streets. I'm just like on the Navi, and I'm like, no, go this way, go that way. And we ended up walking up a dirt trail. We got really close, so it was really cool. So I really enjoyed my time. The Universal Studios was awesome. It's funny because Universal Studios is kind of like, it's not one of those thrill seeker theme parks. It's more of like like you just go there for the experience. I don't know. It's weird. Like I really enjoyed the tour at Universal Studios. You got to see all the studios that they film in. It was just crazy. I really enjoyed the whole time there. The weather was it's better than Japan. Japan is freezing at the moment. I get back to Japan and I just got my heater on 24/7 and I got to like layer up in 3 layers of clothes. But like, you know, Cali's weather's pretty good. And of course the Californian sunset. I love that on the West Coast. So, yeah. And then of course the tech, like it's so cheap there. I mean, I got this ASIO keyboard. I'm telling you now, like I bought 2 of these things.
Where'd you get that from?
In America. I got it from Amazon, man. Like it's like $90 or something. Yeah, it was $90, but it's like the best keyboard I've tried. It's so good. Like it's ridiculous how good it is. You don't need any software. It's like programmable from the keyboard, and which is what I like. I mean, this software's annoying. And yeah, it's got the KLH Blues in there, so it's got the higher actuation. These actually, they've made them higher actuation than the Cherry MX, so they technically are a little bit better for gaming. So using these, and they're just phenomenal. Like I can recommend this keyboard, like highly recommend it. I love the design, love the RGB lighting.
Are you running it over Are you running it over PS2?
No, I run it over USB, so it's a USB keyboard.
Gotta do PS2, mate.
I don't know if can PS2 put out enough voltage to power RGB though. That's the question.
Yeah, you gotta do PS2, mate. It's be fucking golden, mate.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. So, yeah. So I got asked if I'm planning on drifting more cars and ripping off their doors. Probably, like maybe. That's a possibility. So definitely planning on ripping some. I mean,
this is ground control
that's the thing. The last car. Well, that's it. The last car, I did not rip the door off. It just fell off. Like I'm serious.
Through the door.
So.
I'm feeling in the most.
Okay, so we got anyway to force a GPU. What are we asking? Did you know they took down Metal Gear Online beta due to people taking away the microtransactions? So Joker, what all-round gaming mouse do you use?
You'll have to find out tomorrow on tomorrow's video. Oh.
Yep. Oh. So that's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys, here's my keyboard here. It's the ASIO. I'm getting asked about it more. It's the ASIO RGB. Look at this. I can change it on the fly. Hold on. Wait, that was the wrong button. So you can make it all wavy. Look at that.
Man, what switches those? They're fucking clicky as hell.
They're blue, mate.
Oh, fucking blues. I don't like blues.
Yeah, you don't like. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. You seen this?
I think you're the only person out of 117 right now that are amazed by what's going on.
Yeah, that's that's it. I love my tech. That's all I gotta say.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's it. I guess
what's your porn name? What's your porn name? What's your porn name?
People are just all crazied out. No one's got many questions this week, so I'm going to cut the show early because I've got to get.
What is your Brian? People want to know what our porn names would be.
My porn name would be Hard McSteel.
My porn name would be Jermaine Dangler.
Okay. Anyway.
And true story, the people know my friend Kurt. Know from Twitter. His name is Kurt. His real name is Curtis Hard.
Yeah.
His real name is Curtis Hard. So Kurt is hard. Like the dude
Oh,
doesn't need a porn name. His name is a porn name.
Oh wow,
Kurt
that's
is-
pretty cool.
Like people have met him with me on TeamSpeak and be like, "That's not your real name." I'm like, "Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's his name, mate." Like, "Yeah, it is."
Oh, Satan, I wanted to ask you, dude, with the Curtis Hards. Yeah, Satan wanted to ask you. He wants to go to Land Syndicate. I say he should go. Hey, that'd be wicked. From
Yeah, why
Sweden,
not?
he's going from all the way
What do
from
you want to
Sweden.
ask? What do you want to ask?
So, he just wants. He said he's crazy to go from Sweden.
Oh yeah, you should definitely go, man.
Yeah, but it's
Fucking
not crazy. No, yeah, head over there.
It's not crazy, man. I mean, if you can afford it, it's once in a lifetime chance. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm going all the way from wherever the fuck I am, so I go all the way from here to there. So it's a long ass trip for me too. I'm going almost 3,000 miles, more than 3,000 miles probably.
Well, how long? How long?
Little over, probably 3,000, around 3,000 miles.
Damn, that's far, eh?
Going full coast to coast, New Jersey to fucking Washington, man. It's full coast to coast.
That's crazy, yeah.
It's a good ways up there.
Damn.
I'm looking forward to seeing a proper mountain. They've got a real
Wait,
mountain there, man.
you're flying, of course. You wouldn't be driving.
Yeah, I'm flying. Fucking yeah, I'm flying.
You'd just be driving for days. So.
Yeah. That's what I'm waiting to hear about now. I'm hoping, hopefully, my airfare is taken care of with Creative. That'd be really great.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, Land Syndicate. There
Dude,
you go.
that'd be amazing if that happens. Once in a lifetime chance there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna make
Like
myself.
I'm sorry. I noticed there's no other YouTubers I ever watch talk about this kind of stuff, like how they're paying for things and stuff like that. And I'm just
Well,
like,
you gotta be transparent. Like,
dude, I'm just like, this is just part of my
yeah.
life. I'm just talking about it. Like, I'm excited. Like, why do you keep talking about Land Syndicate? Are you being paid to say stuff about Land Syndicate? Like, no, I'm genuinely excited to be going to Land Syndicate. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Is that weird that I'm excited about it? I'm talking about it and telling people about this is what's happening. And
transparency is everything, especially to me anyway.
excited about getting a sponsor because it means that I basically get to go to this thing for free, which is an amazing thing to happen.
Yeah.
It's like, that's awesome. It's like, yeah, that's why I'm talking about it, because it's awesome.
I mean, I think we've got to talk a little bit about the back. Like, people understand, like, this is sort of when we get review samples or we get sponsored, it's like our payment for doing what we do, you know? And it's not an easy job to get in front of a camera, get the audio right, get the video right, edit the video, get
dude, it's
the
a lot of
lighting
work.
right.
I was just telling you before today's show, that mouse video I was
So-
doing, how much time I was spending on it.
Exactly right, and you're doing that for what, a $50 mouse or something? You know, like it's you know, like in ways, you know, I don't understand how people get get angry about people getting free stuff and stuff. So, you know, and there's people out there that charge thousands of dollars for a video.
I'm not really
at them.
attacking. I wasn't really trying to say anything anyone's getting angry about. I just,
just
all I was saying is that I noticed that a lot of other YouTubers, they don't really talk about that kind of stuff openly.
Well, I mean, they should though. Transparency is everything to me, anyway. So I
some
appreciate.
some people do. I mean, maybe it just never comes up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would like to have that conversation with Linus.
Yeah. Oh man, that sparks would be flying probably. So, all right. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wind down the show, man, because I gotta get going. So there's not many people are directing questions. They're just all going at each other in the comments section. So that's
Pretty
about
much,
it.
yeah.
So yeah, I will be having some more content coming out in the next week. I've got I'm gonna do a PC build, a theoretical one, and also going to do. Lexar asked me to do an overview of these memory cards. I mean, it'll just be a quick video, won't be much. I got to stop taking videos like this, as I know my user base doesn't really have any interest in flash memory. But I'm just too nice. Like, people ask me for favors and I don't turn them down. I should start turning them down, shouldn't I? I don't. But anyway, I'm going to be doing the $200.
You got to be more careful with your hardware. I mean, you got to stop breaking stuff.
It's like I didn't break the card. I pulled it off. You see, the PCB had not one.
I'm just. All I'm saying is, when I see you in your videos with stuff, you're a bit aggressive.
It wasn't. I didn't screw
You
the card.
I've
Something
never
would've
seen.
popped.
I've never seen anyone before on a tech channel or in real life just sit there and take a fucking perfectly good motherboard and fucking start spraying it down with WD-40 and scrubbing it with Brillo pads like you do. It's like, what the fuck?
Thing
is
is, though,
doing?
you got to understand how much stuff I've brought back from the brink.
See,
That's what you gotta understand.
I'm
I've
assuming
fixed a lot more
you
stuff
know
than,
some like old school like PC tech stuff that I'm not privy to. So I'm just like, he's crazy, but I'm just like at the same time I'm thinking like he's crazy and I would not do that to anything that I spent a lot of money on. But I guess he paid nothing for that. So yeah, go on.
Yeah, but I mean the 980 Ti is actually sad because it's like the most expensive part I have on hand here, and it's the one that I was easily the most careful with that. And that's why I don't think it wasn't from my hand. It wasn't, death was not from my hand. So I'm pretty sure it was on the flight. Like I'm got to be sure.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that I broke that. Like I was extra careful with my card, man. I'm meticulous with an expensive card like that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just breaking your balls. I know.
I was just the people in the comments like, you fucked it, man. You broke it. I'm like, no, I didn't break it. Like, yeah. I'm just gonna like, get a hammer and start smashing my 980 Ti.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So, but yeah, no, I sent on the 980 Ti. I mean, I sent it back for RMA last night. I called the shop up. I just said, look, this card just stopped giving me signal. They're like, yeah, just ship it back. And I said, okay, obviously it's my main gaming card. How long am I going to be out of it for? They said it's usually 3 weeks. So hopefully it gets done.
Well, at least you got a 390 to play with during that time that you.
I got a 390. Yeah, I got the 390. I've also got the 970. I mean, the 970 at the moment is in there because I need to get a heap of content done, and shadow play, of course, is just so handy. Press F8 whenever I want to record, and then press it again to stop, and that's what I got. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let's go on and get out of here because I know you got to get to work, and I got to go get to dinner. So, and I got to go render my video. So,
yeah. Okay. Someone asked one more question. That was the Hue or the 279Q. The 271Q or the Asus PG 279Q. You'd know more about that than me there.
I don't know because I don't own the 279Q, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say the 271Q, the XB. It's the Acer one. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know that. I don't own that one either. I own the XB270HU, so I couldn't say.
Okay. Yeah. Last question for you: Bernie or Trump?
Bernie.
Yeah.
Can you feel the burn?
I'm going with
Bernie.
Trump.
Bernie just took the lead today. He's leading Hill Dog now, bro.
I don't care, man.
Bernie's got the full lead, and he's got the lead on Donald Trump too, man. Bernie's winning it all. We're going socialism into fucking 2017 because we're fucking crazy. Can you feel the burn?
I don't care for American. You know, I was at a New Year. I was at the last story. I was at the New Year's parade, and like the jets are spraying in the air, like we love everyone but Donald Trump, and I'm like, whoa, it was pretty funny, eh? So. Good old Donald, good old DJ.
Yeah.
Donald, isn't he DJ Trump or whatever? I don't know. Anyway.
I don't know. He's a fucking twat is what he is.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will catch you guys next week for episode 33. Brand new episode of TGW.
I'm just going to start trolling you. I vote for Donald Trump. Yeah.
Ta-da! Ta-da!
All right, ta-ra, boys. We are out of here, and I'll catch you in the next tech video. Joker will catch you in his tech video too, and sorry about the stuttering at the start of the show. That wasn't from up here. You rolled the outro.